Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome back to another Don't Starve video. And in today's Don't Starve video, I thought we'd do a little quick talk about a recent update for the new character, or not for a new character, but for an old character, aka Willow. And, I mean, this Willow update has kind of, at least to me, made Willow a little more viable, at least in my opinion. In my opinion, Willow has become a little bit more viable, or a little bit more of a playable character, if you will. Because, I mean, she's kind of at least reverted back to her original Don't Starve playstyle. Now, for those of you who never experienced Willow's original Don't Starve playstyle, Willow's original Don't Starve playstyle was the fact that she had a lighter, which she still does. The lighter, of course, in Don't Starve Together was able to cook, aka her lucky lighter. Her lucky lighter was able to cook in Don't Starve Together. I'm not entirely sure if it was able to cook in Don't Starve, the original. But, I mean, you know, in general, the update allowed you to, basically, be able to have a longer lasting torch. Or in the case of Don't Starve the original, you have a infinite torch, a emergency torch, if you will. Now, I mean, what are some of the buffs that she got? Because obviously she got changed into Don't Starve Together. And for those of you who were playing Don't Starve Together during its old original days, you probably recall Willow having a freezing effect when she went insane. And of course, she was not fireproof. Well, they changed Don't Starve, Don't Starve Together version's Willow, and now she acts a little more like the Willow we know in Don't Starve the original, or Don't Starve single player, which is, of course, she's now fireproof, which is a good thing, and she's had a few other changes. She no longer, when insane, goes cold, so, I mean, with her no longer going cold when winter strikes, I would say it does make her somewhat viable, or, somewhat playable, or more playable, but, yeah. But what are the other updates or buffs that she's gotten? Well, she now, of course, can still use Bernie, who was originally in Don't Starve Together. Bernie, of course, was her childhood stuffed bear. And, of course, her childhood stuffed bear was able to protect her from nightmares as well as other creatures. So, yeah, I mean, before, when Bernie first was, opened up or at least, brought into Don't Starve Together, obviously, Bernie could only distract the nightmare creatures. He couldn't actually, I think, attack the nightmare creatures, and of course, he couldn't do anything in sort of really just other than attracting attention. Well, now Bernie has a new buff. Bernie now, when deployed, Bernie now grows into a massive bear that protects Willow. So, I mean, obviously, I think this makes him, Bob, more usable, and I think this makes Willow a little more usable because now she has something that can fight against the nightmare creatures, and not only fight against them, but take them on as a whole. So, so I would say that makes Willow a little more veritable, a little more playable. Other changes that have happened is, of course, that, like I said, she's no longer going to get cold when winter comes around. And, I mean, yeah, she has a lot more going forward that, to me, it feels like she really was changed, at least to a degree, for the better. Now, I'm not entirely sure how well this will play out for Don't Starve players, because, obviously, Don't Starve Together players have known Willow to be the troll character, the absolute, like, oh, you're just a troll, you're going to burn the base down or something like that. And, I think that's the reputation she's gotten, so I don't think this will be a very warm reception to give Willow a new look and maybe a new, view on things. But I mean, overall, I would say that in general, obviously, I think Willow does have a bit of, a bit more going for her at the end of the day. But I mean, I'm not sure if this will change the reputation of Willow, because obviously most people who know Willow and know people who play Willow know that they are the trolls of the trolls. They're not actually in it to of course play normally, I guess you could say, in a way, or play in a sense as it is normally. So I mean, yeah, but I mean, this is just a small update video and a small little talk about the new look of Willow and what's going on with her. Obviously, I think there's still some. I think that she could be playable now, especially for non-troll characters. But like I said, I don't know if she's been redeemed to no longer be considered a troll character. If anything, I mean, in my personal opinion, now that Willow is fireproof, for say, I would say that this only makes her more of a character to be chosen for trolls. So, I mean, at the end of the day, take it with a little grain of salt that not every Willow is probably going to become is probably going to be a non-troll. Now, does this mean that there are some Willows who are not trolls? Absolutely. In my opinion, absolutely. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that this does redeem Willow into being a non-troll character. I think that in the end of the day, this might be more of a fire for troll characters, because consider that Willow is now fireproof, is considerably now fireproof. It does mean that more trolls could possibly be using it to take more risks. Now, like I said, this is just my opinion. Obviously, I've never been considered to want to be a troll character. I've never taken the liberty, nor have I ever wanted to troll people. But, I do think that as a warning and as a heads up, let's face it, Willow trolls are bound to be more in effect with this update. Now, this doesn't mean that all Willows are going to be trolls. Some Willows are actually not going to be trolls. But 9 out of 10 of the Willows you may run into, just beware that they could be a troll. And because, of course, now that they're fireproof and stuff, it could be used as them taking the opportunity to blow up your base, or to come into a random game and just destroy everything in your base. So, I mean, as I've said, take that with a grain of salt when it comes down to it. But anyway, in the end, I would say that Willow has actually been an interesting update. She's new in a sense, and I think that she now resembles that of her Don't Starve solo counterpart. But I mean, as I've said, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, obviously, like I said, I don't think Willow has been redeemed to be a non-troll character. But, I mean, I do think that, you gotta be wary that there are going to be some more people who are going to take the liberty of trying to troll you and other people with, of course, Willow. So, I mean, as I've said, take it with a grain of salt and do with it as you will, as you think, because, as I've said, I think that, honestly, at the end of the day, Willows are not going to change. They're going to kind of stay the same. They're going to kind of be, like, always in that temperament of, possibly trolling you and possibly not trolling you. So, I mean, it is what it is. And, I mean, with that being said, I mean, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for being, for watching this video. Thank you for being a part of this video. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification, because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. Thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for being here. And yeah, until the next one, everybody, and wherever you, of course, live in the world. Yeah, until the next one, everybody, and wherever you, of course, live in the world. This is yeah, this is Accureye, signing out. And oh yeah, like I said, if you liked the game, or if you liked this video, then hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification, because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on of course, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, for sure, for about 4 to 5 hours. But I've also lately been live on Monday, Tuesday, and potentially Sunday. Sometimes Friday, but potentially Sunday. And I mean, with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. And yeah, until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying, oh, I'm also live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. Like I said, for Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for about 4 to 5 hours. But lately, like I said, Monday and Tuesday, and sometimes Sunday on 2 to 3 hours. But also sometimes Friday, depending on how I feel. But with that being said, I mean, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for watching this video. And until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell.